In the far future, the world we know was divided into many separate communities. For peace, and what we thought was good for all human beings. Listen closely to the story of a breakthrough. Hello, my name is Sim, and I'll be your host today. And, well, that means that I'll be behind the scenes. An invisible narrator has to speak. So I will tell you the fabulous story of the Giver in the far future. Oh, excuse me. I've said that already, haven't I? This is no ordinary story. It takes place in a different time, a different world, a different dimension, as to speak. It's in black and white, so we might as well change the color settings. Turn the color to black and white, and then go to a different dimension. And this world has no music and very little emotions. Welcome to the world of Jonas. But Jonas was no ordinary human boy. He had the power to see colors. So here I am in the perfect world. Well, it didn't take any time to get here. Well, here comes Jonas. Roger that. Roger that. Roger, where are you? Roger? Roger? We're going too low. Altitude 100 feet. We're going too low. Assistance needed. This is your flight deck, I'm speaking. We might be experiencing a little bit of turbulence on this flight. Well, in the meantime, just sit tight and keep your luggage extremely close to you. And well... oh, that's just nothing, folks. Just a little bit of high wind. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my goodness.
Even though it was a perfect community, plane crashes would still happen. Jonas went home that day, and Jonas waited all day for his mom and his dad and his little sister to return. He was 12 years old, and he would soon receive the job for the rest of his life. Jonas had a hard day that day. He had very hard schoolwork, and he was very tired. Well, anyway, the next day... The next day, Jonas and his friends enjoyed their favorite pastime, a game.
Come on, Josh, you're gonna get shot. Oh, no! Bang! Die! Whoa! Oh, shit! Man, we slaughtered them, buddy. That was awesome. Yeah, good thing, man. See you next week.
Next week. All right.
As Jonas left, he saw his true love.
Wait a minute.
Hey, Jonas, that chick, that really, really hot one that just... what's her name?
Fiona.
So how do you guys feel about the ceremony of 12?
On the ceremony of 12.
How are your volunteer hours going?
Volunteer hours.
Spending my volunteer time at the House of the Old. Well, that reminds me, I have to go. Bye.
See ya, Fiona.
Here we are in Jonas's residence. It's nighttime, and his family unit is asleep. But this was no ordinary day for Jonas. It was a marvelous day, and he had just turned 12 years old. Because Jonas was 12 years old, he went to the ceremony of 12, which meant that he would get his job for the rest of his life. For many, this ceremony was a good thing, but for Jonas, he wasn't sure what to think about his new job. You see, the Grand Elder, who was somewhat of a leader, had to assign all the 12-year-old children jobs for the rest of their life. Fiona was given an apprentice job at the House of the Old, and Asher, well, he was given a construction job. But as they called the roll for the new 12-year-olds with jobs, they never even called Jonas's name. Because the elder had forgotten Jonas' name, the elder had to apologize to Jonas, but Jonas accepted the apology anyway. The elder showed him his new job. He would be the receiver of memory. He had no idea what this meant. Jonas received a notebook that described the job he would have for the rest of his entire life. The elder told him to report to a house of a man whom they call the Giver. That night when he went home, he closely looked at the book that he had received from the elders.
You can lie?
That next day, it was a Saturday. There was no school. But in the meantime, these two guys just discussed their jobs.
So, Jonas, I heard about your new job.
Yeah, I'm heading there now, as a matter of fact.
So Asher, you're gonna be a constructional engineer?
Yeah, but let's get going. Let's go visit Fiona.
Okay. So this is the house view.
Yep. Hey, Fiona.
Hey, come on in.
So this is the house though. Nice.
Oh, come here, Mr. Harwood. Hey!
Mr. Harwood.
It's here. Hey!
Hello, Beatrice.
Hello, Mr. Hartwood. It's time for your treatment. Come back here, Mr. Hartwood. Well, this is the end of your session for today, Mr. Hartwood.
Aw. You know, I once had a daughter who...
Of course you do, Mr. Hartwood. You'll be released next week. Okay, you guys, let's go.
Bye.
Bitches!
What was that Fiona said to that old man? Release? Sounds kind of funny to me. Hey, man, you'll find out later about it in the movie.
We'll see you, Jonas. Good luck.
Alright, see you later, Asher.
Thanks. Excuse me.
Oh! Oh, so you must be the new receiver. The giver's that way.
Thanks. Huh. Where is he?
Hello, Jonas. Come now, Jonas. Sit down right here next to me. So, Jonas, I've understood you've read all the rules in your book. That's a good boy. Jonas, would you take an offer? I will give you an offer. You cannot refuse. Oh, excuse me, I didn't mean that. What I meant is that your job description, it'll be a whole lot different than anyone else's. It might require some pain on your part.
Pain?
Yes, Jonas, pain. Could you get that for me? Well, Jonas, I'm in much pain today from all the hard memories that I've had lately. So, today, your lesson today, I'll give you 2 memories from the past. But Jonas, before we start, I'd like you to turn around in your seat. Alright, don't worry, this won't hurt. Now close your eyes. Now, Jonas, just relax.
Right. What was that?
That was the sun. You've never seen that before, have you, Jonas?
What was all that stuff? That big stuff?
Oh, you mean the depth, the firmament above. Those are called colors.
Colors?
Oh yes, Jonas. There are many of these depths before Satanness was instated on our earth. There were yellows, blues, reds, pinks. Colors, they're called.
This is too much.
There's much more to this, Jonas. I carry a huge weight of memories, both painful and pleasant. Some of these memories are painful, and this is what I will give to you. Not like in this world today. Feelings weren't worth as much as they are now. Feelings are worth very much nowadays. But back then, death and evil things ran rampant. And that's what I will show you. That's the memory I will show you right now. Close your eyes once more. Turn around. Just relax now.
Come, young Simba. Time to kill your first elephant. He's right over here.
Yeah, take the gun, shoot the elephant. Boy.
Come on, it's time to finish the job. You failed me once. Don't fail me again, son.
What was that?
That, Jonas, was cruelty. You'll find out much more about it later.
Okay, thanks.
Even though Jonas could still have fun with his friends, you could still see that he was separating.
Ashes, we all fall down! So, Jonas, how has your job been going?
I don't want to talk about it.
It was clearly apparent that Jonas was getting clear away from his friends as his job was getting bigger. After playing that day, Jonas just sat there in deep thought. He had no idea what he would be doing next in his new job description that was so hard for him. Little did he know what would come up next. In a couple of weeks, Jonas resumed his job, not knowing what the day would bring. The Guru had big plans for Jonas that day.
Jonas, I must tell you, I have good plans for you today. Jonas, today I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to show you a memory that will take very much pain off of me. I will show you the world at war. Now just turn around, Jonas. Just relax now. Just close your eyes like before, Jonas.
Jonas looked in this strange new world. All the sadness and destruction reminded him a bit of his own.
Come on, Jonas! I'm so scared. I see dead people. They're everywhere. Come on. Oh, the Americans are wrong.
Oh, Jonah, I'll never let you go. Oh.
Die, you German scum!
Jonas, in that memory that you just had, that thing where people just seem to leave their body, that's called death. Death was very usual in the world of the past, but in this perfect world we don't have it. You know, you had that friend, I forgot his name, he was in the House of the Old. A funny fellow he was. He was released. You know what released means, Jonas? Released means dead. Do you know when you saw at the war, how it seems like a man's eyes would just leave him totally, and he'd just go away in a sense? That's death, Jonas. That's what we have in this community. That's how they get rid of people. Murder, like that.
You mean they actually killed Mr. Harworth?
Actually, they murdered him, as they kill all old people. But you know what, Jonas? I suggest that you leave this community. You see, when a memory is lost, it's dispersed throughout the whole community, and the whole community will have the memories of the giver or the receiver. So if you leave, then all of these awesome memories that I've given you will all be dispersed among this community. Would you do that, Jonas? Jonas, I have to say that you've been kind of a son to me. And when you leave, I'll miss you very much, Jonas. I just want you to remember that now. Are you ready to go?
Jonas left the community that day. He went deep into the wilderness. Jonas knew the road would be tough, but he had to release the memories to the community. Jonas rode for weeks and weeks, trying to find the community. The road grew harder as Jonas went on. That winter, Jonas died. Jonas died because it was so cold outside. All the memories that he had ever received from the giver were released to all the communities. Thus the
Friends,